Well, hello there guys, back again with the looper circuit. As you can see, I did some modifications with the LED, changed it to a ultra bright blue LED. Same circuit with the germanium and the transistor capacitor, and not to forget the air capacitor that is connected to it. And we'll be doing the microwave test. As you can see, it's not connected by nothing, and we're outside on a yard. Now we'll be starting it up with the 9-volt battery. I'll be placing my light a bit further away, and we'll be lighting it up. 1, 2. There we go. It's on, as you can see. Circuit is working. Now closing the door of the microwave, and voila, there is still light, as you can see. No wires, nothing. That's the ground line. Oh, man. Okay, still there. Just opening it up again. There you go. That's an amazing circuit. Not even influenced by nothing. I'll just place it on the ground also for a while. Still there. Yeah, I kind of touched it. As you can see, I touched the almost short circuit the circuit. As you can see, this is the air capacitor, and I found something very interesting is by sometimes when I blow against the fins, it makes it more brighter. And it gives it a bit more power. Crazy, right? Oh wow, as you can see, it's working. Sorry, too bright. There we go, guys. Okay guys, back. One more quick thing before we go inside. The circuit again. And as you can see, we have a copper rod going straight in the dirt, connected to a copper wire that is wound around it and touching it to remove doubts. That is it. See? That's what I use for the ground dependent device. So we'll be pinning them down, pinning this one in the center, and that is the ground output. Okay, as you can see, there's nothing, no power. See? Now starting the circuit, giving it a jolt. You'll see maybe a flash, or maybe not. And what's interesting is now with the other ground wire, the positive rail is connected to the ground, and the negative rail, look what I'm doing to the ground. Only by like scratching the surface, it gives me that. See? weird. But the moment I remove ground, the circuit does nothing. Place it back to the ground, and if I press it, it becomes very bright. See? Okay, that is very interesting circuit, right? Oh well. Let's go inside. Okay guys, back on the bench for a while. Here we have the circuit. I'll place it back here, as you can see. And here I have this is my cacher driver, which Ruslan and Akula use. It's a variant of it. Oh, by the way, my Akula schematic, this is the one that I used. What Akula used for his first device. So as you can see, for resonance, and then ground, LC, and the TL494 circuit. That's the circuit and it works. But for the ground dependent device, as you can see with the flyback, 12 volt, what we did first, like I said, we tried using the power supply, 12 volts, onto the flyback, and as you can see, with the ground connected to it, only then it will work. It has 2 spark gaps for the light to come on. This is a plate, should be a ground also for it to work. And but instead of that, using this method with 2 spark gaps, this one is for sure here, this one I don't know if it should be here or down here, that we'll see. This wire is connected to a aluminum tube that's inside, on top of a bifilar coil, and a light and a ground. And we're gonna be feeding it like 120 volts DC or 200 volts DC, 300 volt DC with a good circuit. But we're not gonna be using mains and rectified. We're gonna be using something like this. So that would be very useful. Just adding 12 volts from battery and using the circuit, as you can see, and giving it like a 200 volt plus, or which voltage you want desire to give. So that will be the next one. And don't worry, I'll continue on my Ruslan Akula device too. This works. It's amazing. This also works, but I have to like place a good rectifier for the high voltage, and see the results. Alright. Okay guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and also enjoyed the circuit, the funny circuit. Oh man. Okay. It's connected. Okay. One tap. There we go. There's